Have you ever heard of a Ginetta? It's a British race car company, and their latest car looks to me like a Dodge Viper and a Toyota Supra. And I didn't know what it was until I was tracking my 458 at Circuit of the Americas, and I saw a Ginetta for the first time, and let me tell you, it blew my mind. So the Ginetta is a hand-built race car. It's designed to be lightweight and affordable. This thing's got 270 horsepower, and it's actually got a top speed of 140 miles per hour. And Ginetta's got a long and successful history. Another thing I was worried about on the affordability side of tracking this car was these brake rotors are carbon ceramic. You can tell they're starting to wear because they've got pitting, which happens. So that means they even stop better, but that means they're almost out of their lifespan, and they cost $20,000 to replace a set of rotors for this car. These are steel, so the cost is going to be nowhere in comparison, maybe $1,000 or $2 to replace rotors if we need to. After I saw the Ginetta, some pros of that car for me really stood out. And the first one was that cost of the brakes, $4,000 a weekend for pads, have lasted me 27 hours of driving hard with the race brakes that come with the Ginetta. And one reason is it's 1,000 pounds lighter than my Ferrari, so it's not as hard on the brakes. They last longer. Another reason is the Ferrari 458 Challenge car would run slicks. And I didn't know a lot about slicks, but I found out they don't last long at all, and they are very expensive. So the Ginetta is actually coming on the same street tires. In 27 hours of driving hard, I've only gone through about 3 sets of street tires. That's gonna save me a lot because the street tires are lower cost, and the slicks cost about $2,400 a pair. These cost about $1,800 a pair, but these last about 3 times as long. All right, hey, come check out the harness. Okay. All right, so this is a full race harness right here. And so this is a 6-point harness because it connects to the car in 6 spots, and you don't need an airbag because now you're basically part of the car, and this integrated roll cage will protect you from any impacts. So something else a street car is not gonna have that a race car does have and makes you feel proper. And if you look up here, you can even see that it has an FIA approved chassis. Fourth reason was a surprise why I like this car so much. Ginetta actually has a challenge for current people that have this car, and they're doing it for the first time ever in 2024. So that's a huge perk. I'm so excited to actually race wheel to wheel. I've raced this 3 times with other cars in Texas, but I'm so excited about the Ginetta Challenge on the East Coast this year because I'll be racing against the exact same car, which will be a true measure of my skills. Now, the Ferrari Challenge car, they have a race series too, but for me, it was way more expensive to do something like that than it was to get into the Ginetta and really focus on building my skills as a race car driver. I was totally amazed by how fun this car was at Circuit of the Americas, and I was able to drive it 6 seconds faster in my first weekend compared to the Ferrari, even though it has half the horsepower. One of the reasons why is because I felt secure in pushing the car harder. It can go around the infield in those turns way faster because it's so much lighter weight, and it's actually way stiffer compared to a street car. So that's my story about why I picked the Ginetta. I hope this encourages you to do something new. And if you want to find out more about Ginetta, you can check out their website. And if you want to learn more about my adventure racing and starting a business, building that to fund my racing, then you can follow my YouTube channel as well. And you can click the bell for more notifications. And remember, life is too short to drive boring cars.